Cold plunge
versus cold showers. Do I get the same benefit from both?
Let's find out in today's video.
Alright, every time I post a video about my cold plunge, I get this question. Can I just take cold showers and get the exact same benefits? Well, today, we're gonna find out. We're gonna use our little heat gun.
And by heat gun, I mean laser thermometer.
To help us out. This is the Long Pod Bundle from the Pod Company, which I have paired with their Universal Standard Chiller. And yeah, this thing gets seriously cold.
Let's use our laser heat gun to see how cold this water actually is. 48.9 degrees. Our chiller is holding right at 48 degrees. Pretty consistent.
But before we get into that, let's talk about what is actually happening when we expose our bodies to cold water therapy, whether that's taking a cold shower or a cold plunge. Cold exposure is one of those simple habits that can have huge effects. Increased alertness, better circulation, reduced inflammation, boosted mood, mental clarity. Both cold showers and cold plunges can trigger that same basic physiological response. Your body goes into this fight or flight mode, your blood vessels constrict, your brain releases a flood of endorphins and dopamine. Woo! But the depth and duration of those effects depends on one key thing, and that is temperature. We are going to do some temperature testing today.
Here we are in our DIY sauna. I'm just gonna use the heat gun and try a couple of places in the sauna to show you how hot it gets. 177.8. Let's hit the coals with our heat gun. 315.6. Now let's go get cold.
So my cold plunge sits at around 45 degrees. My shower, even at its coldest, even in the winter, it's only about 60 to 65 degrees.
I'm out here in the middle of November to show you what temperature hose water comes out at straight from the tap. We're gonna make sure to shoot this right down into the water. 55 degrees, which is pretty cold, but it's not nearly as cold as you're gonna get with a chiller.
That's a 15 to 20 degree difference, and that might not sound like a lot, but your body feels that big time. That's the difference between your skin tingling and your body resetting. Let's talk about immersion. And it's kind of funny because there's actually been a lot of debate over decades and centuries about whether immersion or sprinkling is the right way to do it. I don't want to start any theological discussions here, but if we're going off of the example of Jesus, I'm pretty sure that full body immersion was the way to go. And it's also the way to go here. When you're in a cold plunge, your entire body is surrounded by cold water. It's immediate, it's consistent, and you can focus on your breath and drop into that calm, meditative state. In a cold shower, you're kind of chasing the cold, either turning around and moving to get colder or turning around and moving to get not so cold. Personally, I actually find cold showers to be harder than the cold plunge because it is so inconsistent. The water hits in bursts. I never get into that relaxed rhythm. I'm always just breathing like this. I'm not into that relaxed rhythm that I can get into in the cold plunge. It's like the difference between standing in a drizzle versus jumping into a mountain lake. Both are cold, but one hits different. So, if cold showers are all you've got, do it.
Let's see what it's coming out at with our temperature gun. 64 degrees.
Seriously, there's still a great way to wake up your immune system and get some of those benefits. But if you're chasing that deeper recovery, that meditative state, that mental reset, and consistent cold exposure, then a plunge is on a whole other level. It's controlled, it's repeatable, and you can relax instead of fighting the cold water. If you're thinking about getting into cold water therapy, I'm using the Long Pod Bundle with the Universal Chiller from the Pod Company. It's a great option. It's built for durability, it's super easy to set up. It's products like this that make cold water therapy practical year-round. Either way, get cold, stay consistent, and I'll see you in the next one.
Thanks for watching.